Hello. Do you have problems with crippling medical debt? Well, Vice President Kamala Harris has a solution. Or does she? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to A Fresh Perspective with Jeff Charles, where we prefer truth over narrative and principles over politics. And today, we're talking about another issue when it comes to healthcare, an issue that affects millions of Americans, and it's called medical debt. But before I get into all that, you know what to do. You got to like this. You got to share this. You got to subscribe. Help a brother out. Also, check out my Substack. It's called Chasing Liberty. You can access that at libertychasers.com. Become a subscriber. You can see all of my content in one place, my videos, articles, and all kinds of cool stuff. Check that out, libertychasers.com. Support my work. I highly appreciate it. Y'all keep me going. So now, let's take a look at Kamala Harris's recent promise to alleviate medical debt. She made that promise. She said, I want to get rid of medical debt. She said a lot of very interesting things, although she hasn't been talking much about policy, and you and I already know why she's not. But she knows that medical debt is a huge issue, and I'm going to get into the numbers in about a minute here. But I came across a report in NBC News about Harris's recent promise to alleviate medical debt and how North Carolina's new program could be the blueprint for her plan. But as always, I'm going to dig a little bit deeper to see if this is really a solution to this problem. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Anyway, at the Democratic National Convention, which Curtis Schoon actually called the BET Awards, Kamala Harris, declared her commitment to tackling the medical debt crisis. She is proposing a nationwide reform modeled after a program in North Carolina, which essentially aims to forgive billions of dollars in medical debt, kind of like how Biden was trying to do this for a college debt, for student loans. It sounds promising on the surface, but is it really the solution that we need? Imagine a national version of what I'm about to describe to you. Let's start with North Carolina's program. The North Carolina Medical Debt Relief Incentive Program was recently launched by Governor Roy Cooper. It is supposedly designed to completely wipe out $4 billion in medical debt for 2 million patients over the next 2 years. Now, these are low income and middle class income individuals who this would apply to. The goal is to curb aggressive debt collection practices and prevent new medical debt from piling up. Now, sounds like a good deal, right? I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have had medical debt if you don't have it right now. I have too. Hospitals are essentially being incentivized by North Carolina's government to forgive these debts. And this is designed to give these patients some much needed relief. There's a little bit more to the story, though. While this program might actually give some people some relief in the short term, it's the same problems with every other solution that these people come up with is that it doesn't address the root cause of the problem. It just basically deals with the symptoms, meaning that it's going to come right back again and you're going to have to do this again and again and again and again. The root cause of the problem is that healthcare in America is too damn expensive. Hello? Healthcare costs have been going through the roof. I've done videos on this. Check them out. I've written articles on my Substack, Chasing Liberty, about why healthcare costs have gone through the roof. Here's the thing. Forgiving medical debt doesn't make healthcare less expensive. It doesn't lower the prices that you're paying for your drugs, for your medication, for your doctor's visits. It doesn't stop the rising costs of premiums, deductibles, or out-of-pocket expenses. All it does is put a temporary patch on a system that is fundamentally broken. In fact, by focusing on debt forgiveness, we're not really addressing the underlying issue. We're avoiding that like the plague. Why is healthcare so costly in America in the first place? Like I said, I've done other videos on this. I'll put the links to those in the show notes explaining why healthcare costs have gone through the roof. But this program might offer some short-term relief, might make some people feel better, but it's not going to fix the fact that healthcare quality healthcare is still out of reach for far too many Americans. And let's just be honest, how sustainable is this approach? Are you just going to start forgiving medical debt every couple of years or every 4 years or so? How many times can the government step in and wipe the slate clean before the whole system collapses under its own weight? We're probably almost there already. This is what happens when the government gets so involved in any industry. You're going to end up with these problems. So what's the real solution? It's time to put power back into the hands of consumers, something I've been talking about ad nauseum over the past few months. Because one thing that I've realized when I started digging into the healthcare industry and the issues in the healthcare system, the problem is obvious. People don't have enough control over their medical decisions. So one of these solutions, one of many that need to be implemented, are health savings accounts. You've heard me talk about the Access Act that would basically lift the cap off of your health savings accounts, which means that there aren't any limits to the amount of money you can put into these health saving accounts, also known as HSAs. Imagine if we lifted those caps and people could save more, invest those savings, which these accounts allow you to do, and now you have a financial cushion ready for unexpected medical expenses. This would give you a lot more control over what you're doing with your healthcare. Your decisions wouldn't be dictated by your insurance company or the government. This is what needs to happen, but this is what nobody wants to talk about. And I'm talking about Democrats and Republicans. There are some lawmakers who are pushing this type of solution. There aren't enough, and we need more. North Carolina's program that Kamala Harris might actually try to apply to the rest of the country, it might look good on paper, but it's just a superficial fix designed to make people feel good, which it really is what most legislation is. It's designed to make it look like these politicians are coming to save you when they're really just kicking the can down the road and dangling these solutions in front of your face to make you vote for them. So that's what's going on here. If Kamala Harris does actually start talking about policy, do not be surprised if she brings this up and starts selling this to the American people. Don't be fooled. The solution is not to have the government fix what it broke. The solution is for the government to get out of it and give we, the people, more control over our healthcare solutions. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment. Hit me up. Let me know, and I'll catch you on the flip side.